So in this video, we will create the S3 bucket and we will copy the S3 bucket name, and as well as we will copy the SageMaker endpoint name into our AWS Lambda function environment variables, so that in the AWS Lambda function source code, we can read the SageMaker endpoint as well as S3 bucket name as the environment variable, and in future whenever we need to change those names, we will not need to change the AWS Lambda function. So this is the best practices to use some kind of variable like this into the environment variable. So let's go ahead and create the S3 bucket as of our first step. So log in into the console, click on the S3 bucket, and then once it is loaded, then click on the create bucket, and once it is loaded, then we will put the bucket name. Here I will put some name, stable D, and once the bucket name is given, you do not need to change anything and just hit on the create bucket. So this will go ahead and create the brand new bucket. So you just need to get the name of the bucket. Next, let's go ahead and search for the SageMaker so that we will find out the name of the endpoint of the SageMaker, and then we will take both of the name and put it into the AWS Lambda function environment variable. So let's search for the SageMaker, and then we will go ahead into the model dashboard in the governance section and copy the endpoint model name, which is highlighted over here. So I have copied this name, and now let's go back to the Lambda function. Once you are in the Lambda function, you can go to the configuration environment variable and then click on the edit, and here you can put the value of the endpoint model name and then give some kind of name here as a key. So I will give AWS SMEP, which is AWS SageMaker endpoint, and then I will also give the output S3 bucket name, which we have already created, and then I will save it. In our next video, we will go ahead and write the AWS Lambda function to invoke the SageMaker and save the image into the S3 bucket, and we will use these environment variables. So see you in the next video.